Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Angela with Dogwood Paper Arts, and I'm back to show you finally, oh sorry it's taken so long, this finished journal. I originally started it was the medieval romance, and I started it quite a while ago, and I got really kind of off-centered on it, out of balance, and anyway, it's finally finished, and I finally figured out what was going on with it that I just could not seem to figure out. How come I couldn't work on it? But I finally figured it out, and let me tell you, first I want to welcome you back to my channel, and I want to say hi and hello to all of my new subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you being here. Well, my goal is to get back to doing this full-time now that I'm, accepting these boundaries we have for COVID-19. It's kind of caught me off guard. So anyway, I am back to art every day and loving it. And so I wanted to share this with you now that it's finished. I wanted to let you know I started out with Jen Bishop's Medieval Romance, and that's how this album got its name. She is with Dreams, etc. And I used in here her medieval romance papers. Well, I soon discovered at the size of the journal that that wasn't going to be enough, so I added to it the Memories Digital Journal Kit and the Paris Theme Journal Kit from Artie Mays, and that's Andrea Allen. And I continued to work on it. The first journal got way too fat. I had a much smaller spine on it, and it just kept growing by leaps and bounds. And so I found a new book, put it in a new book, and have it all sewn in. And I think I've done a video on this part where I sewed it in. It's anyway, so it is, I hope, done. If it's not done, maybe we'll finish it up here today. This spine is about it's almost 3 inches. So this is a centering ruler, by the way. You see here is a center, and then it makes it so much simpler. This is what it looks like. It's very nice. I really like it. So anyway, let's take a look at what is in here. Like I said, the journal became too fat. I put it down to 2 signatures in the original binding, and it still was not working. I don't even know what I've done with the original binding now, but it's sitting somewhere waiting for a different album to go in it. Maybe a single signature album would go in it better. Anyway, this one, it's on a hitch post here. This is a hitch post by Tim Holtz, and that helps to hold it closed because unfortunately it's still a gator mouth. But you know what? I love the gator mouth, and I love the fat and fluffy and luscious pages that are in it. And so anyway, let's just take a thumb through it, see what we have. Now, the edge is distressed here as I built it, and underneath here this is fabric, and so it isn't going to rip. I've been just darkening it up as I go, and I think that it rather adds to the vintage feel of the album, and I like that. So it will be up for sale, and it will probably come with the distressed edge here. And it may distress more as you go, but it's not going to tear because that fabric's in there. And it's a cotton muslin fabric in there. So it's nice, and the weave on that fabric is really nice. So first we started out, like I said, with the Jen Bishop papers. And I was telling you that I'd kind of gotten lost on this album, and I figured out what it was that I was not prepared to do a complete big album like this, a journal like this, with the term medieval. Some of my papers were from the United States, and book pages, and they were from the 1800s. So that did not fit with this theme. And those are the things that caught me off guard. And then when I finally did a real close thumb through on it, I realized that my music sheets that I had in here were actually a kind of a country folk type of music. And that definitely did not work. So I fixed that with some papers by Rachel at Roxy Creations. I had some beautiful music sheets that I'd gotten from her, and this is what's left of them now. Is this. But that really helped me to go back and fix those pages, and then I fixed some of the other 1800 pages from America, and I fixed those with some of these Italian papers I got from her, and that helped. So this is one of those pages. I attached the music paper here, and that's better. You can see under here the old music paper. It just thickens up the pages. But once I started getting the whole thing themed properly, the book went much easier. So in order to do that, I ended up getting some digitals from Digital Magic Paper, and those are throughout here, and I'll show them to you as we get to them. I also used papers from Journal Centric. These are Etsy sites. And I used her medieval digital journal add-on kit, and her floral, medieval floral. And then I used her medieval ladies, but I bought the travel notebook size to put in here. And then I also used her fancy medieval themed labels, and I don't know if I ended up using those or not, but I purchased those, and I will list all of these down below in the comment box down below, not comments, but information box below this channel. I also used papers by Medieval Mirage, and that is her name Jarf, J-A-R-F. And I used her Medieval Odyssey Volume 1 add-on, her Medieval Odyssey Extra Part C, and her Medieval Volume 2 add-on. And then I also used in here papers by Andrea Allen at Artie Mays. I used her Memories digital journal to help get some of the writing pages to put in here. And that helped a lot too. Because of the color was perfect, and the papers fit with just the colors and stuff that were already in the original papers that I chose. So I used her Memories digital journal kit, and her Paris theme journal kit. And like I said, I'll list all of these down below. So let's take a look. Here's our first tag. And on the back, this is a Tim Holtz paper on the back of this one. But here's it's got some little, this is some lace off of an old gown. And then I added these little orange colored whatchamacallits. This is a side tuck pocket with some lace on it, and then I just added some extra pieces of lace. Perhaps I need to add something right there, but it's a little velvet piece, and I just liked it. It felt good. So there's some of my papers. Now this is an Artie Mays in this pocket here, and I put it through my embossing machine and embossed it up. And this here is a Jen Bishop. And then in here, the envelopes made from an Artie Mays, from the Artie Mays kit. And I just put a real thin piece of paper in here to write on, and it is also embossed. I just like the feel of this paper because it felt to me like maybe that would be a medieval times type of paper. Since I never lived back then, you know, it's hard to say what the paper really felt like. This is a Caroline's tea-dyed paper, or coffee-dyed paper. She does a beautiful job on them. And then one of my digitals of a coffee-dyed. And a Jen Bishop. And this is a print of my digital paper. I don't know. Underneath here we have tissue paper and napkins collaged onto this piece of page. And a tag. This is what it looks like. Hope that lens is clear. It kind of looks like it might be needing to be cleaned. And then just a little journal notebook here. And right here we have, I can't remember, this is Medieval Mirage or Journal Centric, or it might be a combination of both, and a Tim Holtz paper for a background. And then this here is also tissue paper and napkins collaged on here. Here we have a side tuck. Just a simple piece of paper with a lace on it. And a tag with a journaling area on the back. And this is just a little tag pocket made into a corner tuck. This is a writing area and a belly band. And that's printed on one of my tea-dyed papers, a raspberry tea-dyed. One of my coffee-dyed, one of Caroline's. Here we have a pocket with a little booklet in it, a little place to write. This is one of Artie Mays. Here's the center. Oh, I did forget something. Look at that. I was going to put something on those ties, but I forgot. So let's just go ahead and thumb through this and see what it's all about. And I'll quit shouting out names of everything and let's just take a look. If I come across something good, I'll talk. Oh, here, this was good. Now, originally in here, I had a fabric flip like this. There was more to it. It's been cut out of there since. But you can see that this is not medieval. This is like in the kitchen cozy, you know, 1940s, 20s, 30s, 40s, maybe 50s. That didn't work. And that was, you know, part of the problem, like I was saying. So I have taken this, and instead of doing a fabric flip, I did a sheer lace and tulle and put them in here. So I added my lace trim with some, what I imagine maybe they would have pearls and all decked out on their dresses and stuff, and beautiful lace and maybe gold. And so anyways, just kind of a beautiful little fabric tulle and lace flip, and then you can journal under here. Oh, here we have one of those US papers, 1894, so you can see that it's not really a fit, so perhaps whoever purchases this journal will want to put something over that. And then here's another card, tag. And there is another little pocket right here. But I didn't want to fill all the pockets because the book was fluffing up. Oh, I just love that image of this woman here. It's just beautiful. And a pocket. And inside this pocket is another little journaling booklet. One of my papers. And we have some corner tucks here. I left one empty and put a postcard in the other one, and they are backed with one of my coffee dyed papers. Let's see. Do I need to bring you in a little closer? Oh, that's further. There we go. I have to kind of keep an eye on you up there. Okay, right here. This is a paper made by Digital Magic Paper, and it's an Etsy shop. And I printed these out as kind of little documents to put in here. I thought that that worked pretty good and kind of gave a different feel to some papers. And I just really like that. So that's a belly band, of course. And the edges are rather chippied up, but that they are secured by other papers. It's the way I tore them and just kind of roughed them up. Here we have a side tuck with a postcard. And right here we have a large journaling card. I guess I'm just not even going to be quiet, so you're just going to hear me chat, chat, chat. Okay, so that's the first signature. The book is a little heavy. So This, it has 3 signatures in it. Each signature starts with a lace area. Over here we have a double tuck pocket. This one has some little goodies in it. The inside of this envelope is done with a Tim Holtz, and the outside is either journal centric or medieval mirage. So beautiful, isn't it? And I backed them with my coffee dyed paper. You have to forgive my hands talking about coffee dyeing. I have been doing that for the last several days. And then over here we have just another little write-on card, and then just some little pieces from several of the kids. Here we have a pocket with another tag. And I found this gold, kind of a linen ribbon. I just love it. I just wanted to use it a lot in this album. Here we have some of the cards out of Medieval Mirage or Journal Centric. They both have amazing papers. Especially if you're going to work in the medieval. Behind here I have an Artie Mays. And this one I believe it was part of the, well, I don't really know. I shouldn't say because I don't know. So anyway, like I said, I will list everything down below. Now here's another one of these little papers. And they're copied onto a parchment paper. And then just a little pocket. And then right here is another tuck spot. Let me see, what do I have? Right here. This is just a little feather I found. It's the tip of the, you can't tell, but the very tips of the feather are blue. So they must have been the only bluebird I haven't seen this year here. And another little journaling page. Here we have another corner tuck. And inside there's a little booklet that I've sewn. And another journaling page. And you flip over here and you have a large journaling card. Isn't that paper beautiful? And then right here is another tuck spot. This is an upper tuck with another one of these papers that I printed out. There must be like book pages, but printed on the parchment, they just have a beautiful old world feel to them. And it just tucks back up in there. Here we have a postcard. And the center of this one, it doesn't have anything in the center either. I debated whether or not to put things in them. I guess I just decided, maybe I decided not to. Who knows? Another postcard. I get it out of the screen, I'm sorry. I don't mean to. Another tag. And another pocket here. wanted to leave some pockets for whoever gets this to fill. And the thing is if you feel like it's too fat, you can take a lot of this stuff out and put thinner stuff in. And that's fine by me. Here is another tulle and sheer ribbon lace with just bits and pieces glued into it. They're just fun to feel and look through. And some more lace up here. A journaling page with an Edith Holden piece. Here's another little journaling card or a tag or whatever you'd like to do with it. In this little side tuck. Just a little element here with some tulle. And here's just a little element with tulle behind it, and same way here. This is another little envelope. And let's see. Those might be an Artie Mays. I think they are. I don't really know. They might not be. I better not say that. Now this paper, fabric, I think it's okay. I do have the lace over the top of it. Beautiful journaling page. I tried to leave plenty of space in there for writing, but I don't know. This might be more of a coffee table book. It's hard to say. Here are some more little journaling cards. Oh, what's on there? Oh, lace. Got a little lace on the front and some little embellishments there. And then these were some bookmarks that were in there, and I thought they were perfect for journaling on. This is some of my raspberry dyed paper. It's a raspberry tea. Oh no, sorry. This is my rose dyed paper. It's dyed with red roses. And that's what the paper looks like. I'll tell you, once I figured out why the journal was not, excuse me, working for me, it was easy to work on. So if you're having a tough time with a journal, I really recommend that you take a look at what's happening in the journal and carefully thumb through it and take a look and see if you're on the right track. Because perhaps you're like me, just didn't think about the album as a whole. You just have paper and you want to use it and you want to, make your pages. But if you want a themed album and you have an idea in your head, then think about each page that you have in it and see if it's actually clipping along with the theme. Because if it's not, it might be that, you need to rethink the pages in it like I did. And that really helped. Oh, isn't that beautiful? That's an Artie Mays paper, I think. I also downloaded Jen Bishop's floral and line paper, so this might be one of hers. You'll have to look. I'm going to give you quite a list to look at. But it's awful hard to remember. Here's another one of these digital magic papers in this belly band. Little pocket. And another little card. I had a whole bunch of these in different colors, and I thought, gosh, you know what? I'm going to use them. This is just a cutout. The original page was, oh, I don't remember which one, but anyway, I just fussy cut the bottom piece of it out, and it worked great. Oh, that upper tuck. It went with the upper tuck, I believe. And then here's another postcard. All nice and distressed. And then here we have a little crown embellishment. And then inside these pockets, I just put 2 tags each. Oh yeah, this goes with that other page back there. I was trying to let Artie Mays claim, but she can't claim it because it was one of the others. Sorry about that, everybody. So this one was a black and white, and I just took the edge of my ink dauber and colored in her hair. And what else did I use? Something little. Oh, a paintbrush. I just inked a paintbrush and I put a little bit of color in her hair. Some more postcards. Oops, upside down. I love this. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely stunning paper. It's just really just beautiful. I love the way it was made and created. And another little journaling piece. And here's another one of these hand sewn or machine sewn books. Just a place to journal or put some little snippets of whatever. The center of the last signature. And another little digital magic paper. It's inside there. And the last flip in this album, this journal. Isn't that beautiful? This is Blue Fern Studio lace that I used in here. And these just come on a, I'm sure you've seen them. You know, one of these. But that one's the gold, little gold one. But it's just, this one's got some pink tulle and some see-through ribbon, sheer ribbon. It was a good way to take care of that. Here's that favorite image of mine and a little journaling card to match. There's just some tulle behind her. Is it okay? There we go. Here we have some more cards with some more of that pink ribbon. I liked using it, you can tell. Just a little journaling card. And another paper from Digital Magic. Gives you something to look at in there. Little journaling card. Oh, and here we have one of the envelopes. And inside is my rose-dyed paper with a journaling card front. The inside of this is done with the Digital Magic paper. It just tucks in here. And then here is just another little journaling place. And I've just added a little embellishment on here and let it hang over the edge. Oops, let it hang over the edge, see, right here. And getting down to the last little bit. Right here is a journaling card. It's an insert. It's sewn right into the spine. And a pocket full of goodies. These are the kinds of pockets that make the journal nice and fluffy. And I just have machine sewn these in to some of my coffee dyed papers. Boy, are they smooth. Oh, I love it. And you can actually put more. There's another pocket in here. And then this one. I didn't put embellishments on the top of this one because it was just getting too thick. And a Tim Holtz paper. And I made a side tuck. Oh, I forgot I printed these out. I'll list this down below. I cannot think of the name of the shop right now that had these. Gosh, I didn't put it in. I'm sorry, I didn't write it down. It was another shop that just had a sheet of 6 of these really soft papers. What was it? I don't know. No, it might be. It's one of the ones I listed below. The Journal Centric or the Medieval Mirage. That's what they're from. What I need is a picture of all the papers that I'm using. Oh boy, my delivery might be here. I have a delivery coming from Staples today. Paper and more paper. I need some for my Epson, and then I needed some for coffee dyeing. This is one of those papers from Rachel at Roxy Creations. I'll tell you, if you start touching this page, you're not going to want to quit. It is absolutely amazing. It feels so good. You just want to pet it. It's beautiful. And right here we have our last one, and I only allowed myself to stick one on there because it was just getting too thick. But I backed it with some of my coffee dyed paper. I haven't been able to sleep very good the last several nights. I think it's because I've been coffee dyeing. I think I absorbed all the caffeine into my system. And here's our last page. I didn't put anything on the last pages. And this is a debate. it really does not fit anymore. So I'm having to toss that out, and because it just won't even close with it in there. So anyway, so the writing board is not a part of this journal any longer. But there we go. With use and some bending and some love, it will get better. It just needs to get some work, get a workout, and then it'll be easier to see all the pages. You can see just that little bit made it open up better. So the center signature is the harder one, but it is well built. I tell you, it is. It's a beauty, and it will be on my Etsy site up for sale. So there we go, all done. So what's next for us? Well, I don't know. You'll have to wait and see, because I'm not really sure. Anyway, thank you for joining me today and taking this medieval romance journey with me. I am sorry it took so long. That is not usually me, but like I said, you know, sometimes things just happen and you just can't quite get there with an album for some reason. Some reason it's not talking to you, or it's telling you something's wrong with me. So anyway, I was glad when I could finally shut up and listen to it and figure it out. So that's it. I appreciate you joining me today. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, which is a like, and leave me some comments, and check out my Etsy channel, and check out all these other Etsy channels that I'm going to list for you. I appreciate you joining me today. Have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.